On today's episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, it's the map episode. All the topics are about maps. We're talking all of the maps, going through every single map in Apex Legends, giving our GOAT opinions, giving our WOAT opinions, just talking maps. Just the boys talking maps. It's the map episode. We're also going to have some fun in Grab My Bachelor, talk about the worst case scenarios and how to get out of them when you're in a relationship. And that should just about do it for the show. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
To my dearest Caitlin, I write you this letter in a moment of rest, a scarce commodity in these war times. I would be lying if I didn't admit I was just a tad horny as well. Since I last left you, the Battle of Storm Point has raged on frivolously. Battles have drained me of all of my energy. Such a beautiful place has changed dramatically into a nightmare. Arachnids as big as dogs loom in every cavern. Prowlers come from the earth to terrorize our soldiers. And somehow the L-Star and Rampage still run rampant. Days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, and this short time I've been here on Storm Point has felt like an eternity. God, I'm horny. It's been so long since I've last seen you, it hurts. I've been sleeping on a bed of sand, clutching cold steel every night. I find pleasure in the little things, trivial things, like counting waves coming in from the shore, or rubbing one out real quick, while I await my next battle. Maybe one day, a long time from now, we can return to this place. Our hair grey and our limbs weak, and perhaps share our final days here. That is, if my final day isn't around the corner. I hope to return to you soon, my dearest, but only time will tell. Sincerely, your Apex Predator. P.S. The car SMG is garbage.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, episode number 62. And boys, this is the map episode. We're talking all maps today. We're not just talking Storm Point either. We're going back through all of Apex history, talking maps, and more maps. I'm talking Kings Canyon, World's Edge, Storm Point, and Olympus, because we put out an Instagram post that I didn't think was going to do really anything, and it did numbies, boys. It had numbies all over the place. We had comments. We had people getting mad at me. I woke up to a comment this morning that said, L post, L account, and it hurt my feelings a little bit.
But that was a big W.
But that was because I put Olympus higher than World's Edge, and a lot of people lost their shit. It was basically a map ranking post where I put number 1 Storm Point, number 2 Olympus, number 3 World's Edge, and number 4 Kings Canyon, and it pissed a lot of people off.
It sounds about right, actually.
Yeah, and so that's why I decided we had to do a map episode. The other thing, and the other reason why I wanted to do a map episode this week was because, boys, this season has gone so well that there really hasn't been a controversy to talk about. There really hasn't been anything negative, so to speak, other than, little minor things here or there. So why not take some time? Let's go back through history, talk about some of the maps, and break it down in our own clever way that we always do, that some of you seem to enjoy. So, boys, let's get into the map episode 62. But before we get into talking all of the old maps and our GOAT rankings and all that type of stuff, let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Code BANNER at repsports.com. Boys, Raise Energy question of the week, since it is the map episode. I think it's only right that we take some time to kind of go through and imagine what it would be like to be on these maps, right? a lot of these POIs and a lot of these maps have little beautiful areas and things of that nature that, if they were real, would be pretty badass. There's also some places that maybe you don't want to go to, like Jurassic Park on Storm Point, because I don't feel like having my limbs ripped from my body. That's just me, though.
Yeah. I mean,
to each their own.
I'd like to go there to golf off the top of it.
So there's a lot of places around these maps. So I thought, boys, why not go through and make an imaginary road trip that we would all go on? We're going through. We get to choose a map. It could be all the maps if we want. Let's create our very own road trip using the Apex Legends maps and why we would choose those locations to go on the road trip. So I kind of want to go first here. I want to set the tone, give you guys a quick little visual on what I'm doing for this road trip.
Give it to me.
Now, here's what I want you guys to understand. This road trip's going to blow your fucking mind. If we were actually able, all three of us here at this table, to go on this road trip, I think you guys would have the time of your life.
I'd buy tickets tomorrow.
Yeah. I think you would. I would.
Really?
Yeah.
You think I would?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
I'm excited. Everything is in this road trip. So
where am I going, B? Where am I going?
So this one I'm only going World's Edge. Only World's Edge. Here.
Only?
Yeah, I'm not switching maps. We're not going to hop on too many planes, but we will hop on one. Here's what we're going to do. We're on World's Edge. We're going to hop on the Skyhook real quick. Obviously, it's the big city, so that's where the airport's going to be, similar to like LAX. I mean, air travel these days, it's just fucking ridiculous. Hey, you ever heard about that airplane food? It's fucking gross. Anyway, we're at Skyhook. We hop on a plane. We take that plane all the way down to the tree. From the tree, we go there just to chill out on the first night, right? We want to get a nice little glimpse of the area that is the tree. So we get there, have like a nice little, maybe we go on a tour, look at the tree. They give us some information about it, right? Yeah. Some cool little gadgets and gizmos, maybe. Get like a "I survived the tree" shirt or something.
Bro, that'd be
shit
dope.
Like the ones you get on the road trips when you were in elementary school.
Yeah,
like the Mystery Point Santa Cruz shit.
Yeah, or like "I survived Heart Attack Hill." Like
yeah,
shit like that. I survived the tree. So then from there, we're gonna take a nice little ride on over to the geyser. To Lava City. Now, Lava City is where we are going to get essentially fucked up. We're going to get rowdy at Lava City. I think Lava City is where all the freaks go out. They like to go fucking nutty.
It's hot.
It's hot. It's called Lava City. There's upper buildings. I assume there's going to be some wild clubs, some bars. You know, there's going to be some dancing nights going on. There's going to be just some wild times at the Lava City.
You know how much I love the dancing nights.
I know that.
Yes.
By the way, everybody at home, it was Kyle's birthday over the weekend. Happy birthday, Kyle.
Thanks, man.
We had some dancing nights over the weekend.
There was some dancing nights.
Yes, Kyle got fucking filthy.
It was
filthy.
dirty. It was disgusting. From Lava City, we take a nice little train ride over to the geyser. Once again, similar to the tree, it's more of like an informational thing, a beauty thing, right? We're just sightseeing a little bit. We get to see the cool geyser, maybe stay in the hotel up next to it, get to, do our thing over there at the geyser. But our final stop, and this is where the whole vacation is leading up to, we're hitting the slopes, boys. We're going on up to the epicenter. We're hitting the slopes. We're going to have some fun in the snow. It's going to be a cold adventure, but we're going to have some hot cocoa. We're going to be around a fire. Maybe some s'mores if we're feeling frisky.
Some hot cho, bro?
Some hot cho. We're going to have some hot cho, and we're just going to hit the slopes, try to learn how to ski, probably break a few bones, probably crash a lot of times, but it's going to be fun nonetheless, and that's my road trip.
That is awesome. I'd sign up tomorrow for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I really feel like that would be one of the better times. Like World's Edge, I think offers so many things. It's got the fire if you're down for lava bullshit. It's got the snow if you're down for some snow bullshit. Whatever bullshit you're on, World's Edge can supply it. Okay,
yes.
It's got it all.
Gotcha. I like that. I like it a lot.
Excuse me, I'm getting plane tickets to World's Edge right now.
There you go,
we're purchasing them.
Who's up next?
I'll take it. So mine, we're going between all four of the different places. 4? 3. 3.
Oh, 3. No, you're all 4 maps?
Yes. Is there 4 maps?
Yeah, there's 4.
Yeah, 4 maps, not including...
yes, we're going through all 4 maps.
Okay.
Wait, no. We're not going to World's Edge.
Not going to World's Edge. Okay, we already had our fun at World's Edge.
We already had our fun at World's Edge. We're not going to World's Edge. We're going to the other 3 maps. So first, we're starting off at Skulltown, and we're just getting fucking rowdy. We're just,
Skulltown, dude.
getting-
Skulltown hits me as like what Brian said, where it's kind of like it's like the pyramids thing, but it could also just be a place where you just get absolutely fucked up like Vegas.
So what I'm thinking is it's like Vegas, and like the top of the rooftops are like a rooftop bar,
Dude.
and you're just shithoused on the rooftop bar.
I could easily see Skulltown being a Apex Legends Vegas. I
Yeah.
mean, it hits all the boxes for it.
For sure, for sure. So we're at Skulltown, we get fucked up. Then we're hijacking a spaceship next day, okay?
Okay,
Flying to the Big Blue Dick
there we go.
because we have to go visit the Big Blue Dick. It's like a must do with the boys. 'Cause
Yeah.
we
It's like a
flew there
monument.
so much.
You
It's
have
like
to
a
do it.
monument.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember this because it was so long ago. It was when super producer Troy was still on the show. We did a drink list.
Yes.
And I believe maybe it was Troy. It was either me or Troy came up with a Big Blue Dick drink,
Mhm.
and we'll be crushing a few of those
Well, we crushing a lot of Big Blue
at the
Dick.
BBD. All right, so next.
So next, after that, we're going to a boxing ring, and we're not going to watch just any boxing match. We're going to watch fucking Pathfinder fight Fuse.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
See,
okay.
that one goes the distance either way because Fuse, he can take endless punishment. His
Yes.
fucking arm got blown off.
Yes.
And Pathfinder is a robot.
Yes.
It's a robot. I don't know if you can physically knock out a robot. You can maybe turn it off or cut circuitry like Brian said last week, but you're not knocking it out. They're literally just it's gonna be a slugfest.
It's going to be such a
you just
slug.
have
And
to-
we're gonna be drunk as fuck watching the slugfest.
You just
Yes.
have to outlast the battery. That's it. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna drop in the fucking crowd before the battery.
Yeah,
dies.
exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, I might be the one carried out on the stretcher, not either of the two boxers.
We're going to be so drunk, they're just
Yeah.
carrying us out.
Exactly. I like that. Is that you have any
And
more?
then, after that, we hijack the spaceship again. We're flying to the beaches of fish farms.
Ooh.
And we're sitting there drinking Mai Tais and just getting plastered.
That's like the final. When you go on like a long vacation, like we all went to Oregon for how long were we there? A week,
Fucking
7 days?
7 days.
Yeah.
The last day was the most relaxed because it wasn't like we were raging like the nights before, but we were still drinking. But
Oh,
it
you
was
were-
more
yeah.
of like a. It was a relaxed.
We were at the
drink.
beach that day,
They were
though, weren't
recovery
we?
beers.
Yeah, it was like recovery. Yeah,
recovery beer.
we were just relaxing, doing our thing, having a nice night. We had a bonfire, I believe,
Mhm.
Yep.
and it was on the beach, and that's what Fish Farms will be.
Mhm.
It's like we're all just kind of on the bungalows in the warm ocean water, just relaxing, drinking a few,
Just chilling.
tying some on.
Yep.
There we go. I like that. That's a great circle of life vacation.
Yep. That's the roundout.
Brian.
All right, dude. Kyle, I liked your idea of going from planet to planet and doing your thing, all that. And you're on the BBD, like, cool. It's
Big
the
Blue Dick.
BBD, the Big Blue Dick. Great. Awesome.
The biggest of blues.
Listen, I could say we're going to one-up you and go to the BOD, the Big Orange Dick, which is even bigger.
And
It is.
Vanier.
It is
It
Vanier
is.
as well.
I could say that.
Mhm.
But that's still not going to be as much fun as taking Mirage Voyage to each location.
Oh,
we're
fuck.
fucking party central, bro.
Dude.
Disco
I didn't
ball,
think of that.
I
cantina,
didn't think about that
everything you
either.
want. Traveling bar from place to place. This is the equivalent of a party bus.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that it picks up new people every stop. Right?
Bro,
That's the hope.
You can pick up anything.
Okay.
Any stop you want.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. It's your fucking
Yep.
trip.
Because
So-
being on like that type of cruise with like the same people after a few days might get annoying.
Nah, bro. You just rotate people in. When you get tired of them, you kick them out into space.
There we go. Okay. I'm fine with that. That's good with me.
All right.
Actually, I was
Fir-
sold.
First stop on the list is going to be staging, where we're going to go watch a Fuse/Seer concert live. But I feel like Seer would have some little
Fuse,
Fuse is going to break out some.
Fuse is so great, dude.
Right? He
Fuse
does everything.
really is. He just does it all.
He
Fuse really is so great. He does everything. He fits into every Raise energy question. He fits into every power ranking. He just does everything. The
It's
dude,
great. He's great.
is
He's amazing. For
I
Dodgers.
literally-
he's so great, dude.
I literally became a Fuse main this last week.
Dude,
he did.
He's a butterfly knife, like of happiness. Like
Yeah.
he just
Just
he
a
does
Swiss Army knife and
Yeah,
everything.
I said butterfly knife.
You did,
I
I
meant
tried.
Swiss Army knife of fun. Like he just does all of it.
He does it
can,
all.
Like he can do it all.
He does. So after the concert, we're gonna be pretty fucking. We've been drinking the entire time on the fucking party bus or Mirage Voyage concert. We're fucking tired. Let's go head over. Skyhook is the place we're staying. We're staying in the Big fucking Apple, boys.
Yes.
Nice.
New York
Skyhook it
City.
is. Penthouse. We're doing it right.
There we go.
Once we go there, we're going and we're hooking straight down to Capital City. I'm thinking of Capital City, closer to a feel of, I don't know, maybe Portland,
San Diego.
San Diego, maybe something where it's a little bit smaller, still lively, still a good time. Have a blast there.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it.
I feel
Yes,
that.
sir.
Right. So after that, we have been partying. We need to go fucking chill.
Need to
Get away
relax.
from everyone that we brought onto the fucking bus. We kick those fuckers off, and we're gonna hop on, and we're gonna head down to Bridges.
Yeah.
Have some good old quality boy time.
Yeah.
Just
Boy
fucking.
time on the-
Bridges, the one building on the end. It's the relaxed
Yeah.
bar with the older bartender who has war stories to tell us.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then we got fucking Fish Farms. We're gonna go and camp out. Similar to what Kyle said, we're ending the day at Fish Farms.
There we go.
We're sitting back, Mai Tais. The last half of our trip, a little more relaxing. Still get to go fucking hard as we want because we got the party bus the whole way.
Yeah, and Mirage he's leading us through all of this.
I mean, he might get kicked off at 1.2 or not, but you know,
of his
whatever.
own boat. That's legendary.
That is
Do you
legendary.
think that we wouldn't?
That's like kicking Captain Jack Sparrow off of his own boat.
Bro,
Which could happen.
Which
Yeah,
did happen.
which
in the
did
show.
happen.
Yeah, couple
So,
times.
There we go. Was that all of it? Finishes off at Fish
bro.
Farms?
Start out with the concert, finish up with the fucking Mai Tais on the beach, get to do just about everything else in between.
There we go. I like it. I think all the road trips are good. What do you guys think? What would you guys do on your road trip, I should say? There's a lot of different options here. You can go through all the maps or just go through one of the maps. Either way, send us what you guys would do on your road trip throughout the Apex Legends universe and what you would like to do. It doesn't always have to do with drinking, but I think drinking, at least here at this table, we like to have fun sometimes. So that's what we like to do. But there's lots of options. You can go hunting. You can go fishing. You could just relax on a beach. You could go to the lake, have a lake day. You could do all that different type of stuff. Like I said, mine hit the slopes. You could do all of that. So let us know what you guys would do on your Apex Legends road trip with the boys/girls. Boys, we're going to get into the discussion and continue on with the map episode, and we're going to get into talking about the best version of every map. We're going to hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side.
See you.
All right, here we are. Discussion time, boys. Map episode. Now, every map in this game has gone through what I would like to call many transformations.
You mean
Yes.
blow-ups?
Over, yeah. Well, you can describe them as pretty much blow-ups, every single one of them. One of them was just infiltrated by a big orange penis-shaped object, but all the other ones were blown up. That's just a fact.
Say it correct. Penis projectile.
Penis projectile, the PP.
The PP.
That's essentially what happened. But either way, these maps have gone through a lot of transformations, and with those transformations mean different things about the map that you end up liking and different things about the map that you end up not liking as much. So let's go through every single map and all of their iterations and pick out which one we think is the best. We'll start off with the original map, Kings Canyon. Now, as you guys remember, there was original Kings Canyon, the very first map that was playable in Apex Legends. It's iconic, it's nostalgic, but it had its issues. We go on to version 2, where the Leviathans come into Kings Canyon. They mess up some shit. They destroy bridges. That's probably the most notable part about it, right? Was they destroyed bridges, and then they had some of their footprints all over the areas.
We also got the containment. What's it called? Is it containment? We started getting those areas in it too to help control the prowlers and stuff like that.
Yeah. So we got some of those as well. Version 3, we had no Skulltown. Skulltown falls underneath. And then we got some little areas. I think the cage came with the Leviathans, but either way, the cage was a major contributor now that Skulltown was gone.
And then they had those loot vault things in the ground.
And then the loot vaults came in. And then the final version of Kings Canyon, version 4, was Spotted Lake that came with Fuse's arrival. So those are the 4 versions of Kings Canyon. Let's discuss.
Well, is there a discussion?
There's not really a discussion.
At least for the bottom of the list. We all know what the bottom of the list of this is.
No Skulltown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
Skull Town.
it-
Just like that's the worst version of this map.
I
Leviathans
remember.
were added, destroyed POIs, and then they dropped a quarter of the map off.
Yeah, and really replaced it with nothing. And until they came out with version 4 with the Spotted Lake. They essentially just said, we're going to make the smallest map in this game even smaller, but we're not going to make it smaller by taking away things that you guys don't like. We're going to make it smaller by taking away the place that everybody loves.
Yes.
Which was just, it was a crazy concept, but we all know Apex has never been shy about pulling the trigger on things.
No.
And sometimes it's worked out really well, and other times, like this one, I would say it just didn't. So I agree. That one's probably the worst one.
Original Kings Canyon is the best. Nobody can tell me otherwise.
That's not true.
It's very true.
That's not true.
I'm telling you right now, okay?
Bro,
Original Kings Canyon is the best one. I don't care how
It's
shitty the
not.
loot pool is.
Dude, it's not the best one. Listen, it's got the most nostalgia factor, but it's
No.
not the.
I don't even think it's nostalgia.
It's not the
It's
best
not about
map.
nostalgia. It's definitely not the best
Bro.
map overall. I'm saying it's the best version of Kings
No,
Canyon.
no.
is
I'm not
original
saying.
Kings
It's,
Canyon.
I'm saying it's not even the best Kings Canyon.
No, what is the best Kings
It's
Canyon?
Spotted Lakes,
No,
What?
bro. This is
Fuck.
we're
I
in
thought
the
you were going to say the Leviathans. At least you said Spotted Lake.
You're
bro.
high.
Spotted Lakes.
You're high.
Spotted
You
Lakes
are
is the
fucked,
current
Brian.
best.
You are fucking high.
Brian, you are fucked.
You are fucking high, my friend. There's
Dog,
no
what?
way you think Spotted Lakes is better than
You
OG
really
Kings
just
Canyon.
blew my mind because we were having like agreements here. We were going back and forth and having a great conversation. And
Holy
you come out and you
shit.
whip out that fucking that take
You
on
just
me.
shot yourself in the fucking
You just
foot.
whipped out a take on me that I didn't even expect, and that's crazy coming from
Bro,
me to you, bro.
Spotted Lakes is the best version
No.
of Kings Canyon
No.
that we have
No.
seen. It is the
No.
only version of Kings Canyon that can actually fit the player base that
No,
we have
it can't.
currently
No.
and be able to play. It would be the closest to fitting this player base.
Oh my!
No, if they had
no.
Skull Town still,
listen,
maybe, but
No,
no.
even with even with Skull Town back, there's not enough loot to sustain, and there's not enough POIs to sustain. Like it's just not. It's not the thing.
no.
Listen, I think the best version of the map they could possibly have would be add that bottom corner of the map, that Skull Town corner back, and leave Spotted Lakes.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
But
a
I
great
think that-
hypothetical, but
But I
that's,
think that this is going to be the best version we get. Aside from that,
that is crazy, Kyle. I don't agree with you, but for a different reason. I think you're correct in the way that it is by far the best looking, and I don't think people remember a lot of those key areas that weren't POIs in original Kings Canyon. I don't like, you know how the lake flowing through, there was like a on a cliff, there was like a building up top.
Yeah.
A lot of great fights throughout that lake, just all the way through. Bridges really was iconic, and then you just follow that lake all the way through the map. There's so many key places. There was that sandbed area where containment is now.
yeah,
So
there are lots of good
or
fights there.
repulsor maybe. I don't know.
It's
what
where
it is.
no,
Might
it's-
be. I don't remember.
I
But
don't
either
know what
way,
it is.
there's a lot of great places there. I do think it is version 2, the Leviathan one, only
Really?
because the loot pool was changed and they added in some key areas. I believe that's when Wraith's
they-
town takeover.
yes,
came
it
in.
is.
yeah, but
So-
they deleted fucking bridges.
Yeah, and that one
That's
hurts.
pretty bad.
That one did hurt, but adding in the Wraith area, I think was really key in that. So I say version 2 for sure. But it hurts me to not say version 1. I just cannot believe I said
It hurts me that you
I
guys
can't
can't
believe
believe that Spotted Lakes, bro. I got Spotted Lakes as like the 4th best map.
What
in
the
this game.
fuck?
No,
Brian, I literally
Spotted Lakes is the
cannot
best
believe
fucking
you
map.
Spotted
gave
Lakes
that
Best
out.
fucking
not-
KC map.
No.
No.
Oh my
my
god!
God.
Like you caught me off guard with that take.
I'm gonna
That's
throw
fucking
up.
wild.
Please, let's go to the next.
All right,
map.
all right. World's Edge.
Jeez,
Now,
you
World's
guys.
Edge. It had 3 versions at least that I'm going to acknowledge. You could say there was a 2.5, and I'll go over that here in a second. We're going to start off with version 1 that had a lot of great places. We had Fuel Depot. We had
Capital City.
Drill Site, Capital City. A lot of great, amazing POIs. Now, World's Edge has taken a lot of transformation and added in a lot of good POIs on top of it. So it's kind of weird in that way, but version 1 had a lot of great ones. We move on to version 2, where we get the split. That was Revenant Season, where they took Capital City and they basically just drew a large slit down the middle of it. And that was very interesting. It kind of changed the vibe from a very happy bright, vibrant place to a very dark and dreary kind of.
Feel.
Yeah,
The field changed a lot.
They could have took that and ran with it in such a great way, but they didn't, and everyone ended up hating that vibe
because it was too much of which one are you going to choose. It was one foot in, 1 foot out type of thing. So the 2.5 that I didn't add in here, and we don't have to rank this, but it was when Rampart came in and they added in the rocket ship.
Mm-hmm.
I love the rocket ship POI,
not much
but it's
added.
really just one POI. So it's not like a full change on that. And then version 3 is the latest version that we obviously got this season with the changes to Sorting Factory and the changes a little bit to the epicenter areas of the map, which I think were very good
Plus
added
add
places.
to the big mod.
Yes. And the big mod as well. So, boys, World's Edge. I love original World's Edge.
Let's just start at the bottom.
It's this
original OG.
No,
I'm fucking with you. That one I'm fucking with you.
Holy fucking shit! I almost reached over the table.
I'm about to fucking. I was going to throw some shit.
No, I know. Listen, I know better. I know what good maps are.
Yeah, the split. Honestly, man, that is got to be one of the bottom
Worst.
maps in all of the history of the game.
Split was rough.
It was so bad, just because. Capital City was so great, and at least they didn't sink it to the bottom of the map. But like what they did do,
they did part of it.
They kind of did though, because Capital City was such a great flow to that map, and it had such an awesome rotation, and it was so fun. And they really just put a giant middle finger, a giant lava middle finger in the middle of it, which sucked bad. So that one goes down. I just never had fun on that one. I never had a good time.
That came in, and shortly after that came in, there was a massive decline in the player base.
Yep.
The lighting ended up being a huge issue that people don't remember because the muzzle flash on the guns was higher due to the brighter the brighter lighting that it was. When it went to the dimmer light, nobody could see anything when they shot. Everyone was getting pissed. They took forever to fix it. They had a bunch of issues that came with that version of the map.
It was a dark time.
It was a tough time for them to recover from that.
And it was around the time. So, like, it wasn't just this map, by the way, that the player base was declining. We had that map drop, and then we had Kings Canyon took away Skulltown, followed by Loba being essentially useless, followed by Rampart. So
don't forget Revenant was almost useless as well.
And Revenant was useless at the beginning.
Until they buffed him.
And then on top of that, we were also in the Dead Age of Skins.
The Dead Age of Skins, which was one of the darkest times.
Is that what we're calling it? The Dark Ages of Skins?
It was the Dark Age. It was definitely the Dark Age.
Dark Age of Skins.
So it was just a bad time in general. That was around the time that we were like, hey, this game is on the decline. Let's start a podcast about it. So, anyway, so this was a dark time. Version 2, I think we can all agree that was just the worst.
Yes.
It was fucking terrible.
Even if I want to try to say something else, I can't.
No. The one thing I will say about version 2 was they added in like the small little area on the northern part of the map that I've always loved dropping. That had the guns in the little crates, kind of like the Halo crates.
We also got Planet Harvester.
And we got Harvester. Harvester.
I like Harvester.
I like it, but
it's not as good as the point before
I like
that.
Fighting on it.
Fuel Depot will always be better, I think, to me.
Yeah.
But Harvester wasn't the worst part of this.
No.
Harvester by far and away was a solid part of the map. It was the giant split through an awesome area that really fucked it.
Yeah, it was what Harvester did that people hated.
Yes. Yeah. So now the debate really shifts to, can you say OG is the best, or can you say the latest version is the best? Because both of them are some heavyweights.
This is the hardest one actually for me to pick out of, because I was thinking about it and I was like, man, I really love the latest version.
Me too.
Grinding on it last season for ranked, I was like, bro, this fucking map feels great.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels good.
I feel like it's a better ranked map.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if you're just trying to go and have fun and get kills and just enjoy the game itself and everything about the game, including the atmosphere, I think OG World's Edge reigns supreme. I don't think that another map touches OG World's Edge for just going in, loading up, having a fucking blast with the boys.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to say I'm going to have to say OG World's Edge, and it really just comes down to one POI for 2 reasons. Fuel Depot, number 1, because it had a lot of loot. It was fun. I liked it. I landed there all the time. Number 2, it really gave you the entire vibe of what World's Edge was supposed to be in that one area, because next to Fuel Depot, you had the running water, like the little river, bright blue water with bright green like deposits of whatever that mineral is in Apex universe, with a very long zip line up a mountain to the top. That entire area kind of embodied what World's Edge was, and it was such a fun rotation, and it was just such a fun thing. Throw on top of that drill site. I love drill site as well. I think it was the perfect balance between lava, ice, and regular just land.
Best version of World's Edge is the Holiday Bash, the train. Just the train. That's it. Just do that game mode is the best version of World's Edge.
That's
it. That's it.
Oh, we're so close to
Dude,
Holiday
I know.
Bash.
Dude, I was thinking about that the other day. I was so
fuck.
fucking excited.
Fuck yeah, baby.
I don't care if they don't bring another LTM for this one. Never change it.
Never
change this one.
Never change it.
Never change it. Give us other ones, but never change this one.
That leaves you, Kyle. You got to make a tough decision here.
I'm going to go with OG World's Edge. I just think that, honestly, landing the Pentagon with the boys,
Dude, you can't
and then
beat that.
staring over at the red building next to it
And
and
you see
going,
a team.
and you see the team.
So-
Pentagon's that 5-story building, by the way, with the big elevators in Capital
In
City.
Capital City, yeah.
The
So
one that lived.
we all unanimously decided OG World's Edge is the best version of World's Edge.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
I think it was it was so good. Like, it was good.
And
Now-
it's not that the other one's bad at all.
No, the
it's
other
like
one is
it's
good.
like 1 and 1A.
Yeah. The other one is good. And it might even just be nostalgia factor for us too, because it's like we played it so long ago.
We played it so
But at the
much,
same
too.
time, it really was like, it was awesome.
Mhm.
It was so awesome. The only thing that sucked about it was the sound was pretty bad for a while, and they finally fixed that. But they didn't fix it really until the split had happened, and I was like, fuck.
Mhm.
Like, imagine if I could hear like I can now on a map that's actually good. So
Yeah. I feel that.
so now we move on to Olympus. Now, Olympus, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, the Instagram post, this is the most controversial map in all of Apex history. It seems like people either fucking love Olympus and are joining me in the Olympus army. I am the commander-in-chief of the Olympus army, and I will strike you down, or they are on the opposite side where they literally wish that this map would be just removed from the game without any semblance of it ever happening, which Apex already tried to do. This is the most disrespected map in all of history. Whether you like it or hate it, it's been the most disrespected map in all of history with how much has been played in game. Boys, let's get into Olympus. I get fiery about Olympus because that first season it was out. Disrespect.
Olympus is one of my favorite maps.
Let's get into the versions of Olympus. Now, this one is a little odd as well, because I could have put in a 0.5 on here. I don't think I'm going to, but I will allow it to be discussed. Version 1, Original World's Edge. Original King.
Olympus.
Original Olympus was just, it had the big blue dick. Next to the big blue dick was a area where it seemed like there was like
It's like a cargo
area. I think it was called cargo.
Yeah.
So there was cargo. The 0.5 is when Pathfinder's Town Takeover took over cargo, because that came before the big orange dick, which is then version 2. So we can
I feel like that's more impactful than the rocket on World's Edge.
Okay, so then we can call that
It's-
a version 2, and then big orange dick is version 3.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's what we can do.
That's fine. That doesn't change what I'm doing.
It doesn't
Yeah.
change anything.
I don't think it changes how well the map played. It definitely helped, I would say. I don't think it hurt in any way, but I also don't think it was big enough to say it's better than what the BOD did.
If we're going to do that, I'm going to have kind of a controversial take here. Now, neither of these two are my number one. My number one for Olympus is going to be Big Orange Stick.
Same.
Okay.
But I
Yep.
will say this. I actually liked the cargo area a lot better before the Pathfinder Town Takeover. Not to say I don't like the Pathfinder Town Takeover. I like it. I just wish it was in a different spot.
Are you high? No, the loot is so much better.
That's what
The
I'm
loot
saying.
is
The
way
loot
better.
is fine. I just wish it was in a different spot because you already have the big blue dick and you already have docks sitting right there. You basically have the entire bottom portion of the map carrying, I would say, like a good 30% of your loot. The rest of it is kind of spread out around these areas, and we know how open Olympus is. So I kind of just feel like it should have been a different spot. I really do wish it took over. The one blemish I think that's on Olympus is estates. And I know Brian's gonna fist fight me
Bro,
right
what
now.
the fuck do you mean?
I wish,
How is estates
Dude,
the issue? Estates is one of the best parts of that map.
all of the issues that people have with Olympus, I think,
Bro.
stems from estates.
Bro, if
I
you're-
think that's where it stems from.
Bro, if you're
No.
bored, go to estates. You'll
Yeah,
find a
fun.
fight.
Estates is like a shittier Skull Town.
Dude, they had to give
A
us
way
something.
shittier
Pretty
Skull
much.
Town.
It is. It's a shittier Skull Town, but at least it's closer to a Skull Town.
I think it would be so much better if the Pathfinder Town Takeover took over Estates
No.
because that Town
No.
Takeover and that POI
Dude,
has so much more
you're-
cover. It has
Yeah.
so much more cover. Like it's right there.
That's
There's
the-
like an upside. There's a downside.
That's the
With
reason.
Estates,
dude,
it's so like
No, dude,
linear.
that's the reason for it. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to have one central location that everybody tries to fight for. That is the high ground, and then everything else is incredibly linear. And it's like the king of the hill there. Like you're supposed to fight king of the hill on that shit.
Cargo, the area isn't like necessarily great. What I'm saying is putting the Pathfinder Town Takeover there instead of other areas of the map, you're giving so much of the bottom of the map all of this loot and all this places to land, whereas the rest of the map needs a little bit more love. So I feel like if you put it in a different spot, that's all I'm saying. I just like,
you're saying move it,
Just
basically.
move it, yeah.
But I don't, dude. Putting it in estates doesn't help them, and all those points are in the top portion of the map. But it just does like putting it in estates makes no fucking sense. If you're gonna put it somewhere, put it in the southeast corner of the map.
I'd put it more north.
It is north. Currently, it's north.
Okay, well I put it then
Southeast.
So yeah,
by where the BOD went to.
yeah, but to the left of that.
Yeah,
Whatever that is on a compass.
to west. To either
Never eat
honestly,
soggy
you have to go west.
Orbital cannon.
Yes,
Yeah,
Like
that-
more that area.
that's nice.
I
yeah.
want to say that's east, but okay, yes.
Or directly
Either way, it doesn't matter. By orbital cannon is where I think it should have went. I think that would have been fine, but it didn't need to be more central. If they wanted it central, it's in the best spot it could have been.
I think if you want a centralized, like, fun, fucking brawl out area, I also think that like the issue with the Pathfinder Town Takeover is like they wanted people to get into that boxing ring and beat the fuck out of each other, but people don't want to drop right there to go box. I feel like it'd be much better if you put it where Estates is. You're all dropping in there and just throwing fists.
Nah, dude.
That'd be
No
fun.
No one's gonna do that shit.
No,
I think they would.
No one's
people
gonna do
drop
that.
into states to literally die in 30 seconds.
Bro,
I think they
people-
would definitely go into that boxing
People
ring,
drop into states because they think they can get a gun and run it on everybody before they can.
which they cannot.
No, they can't. It's
But,
just like,
yes.
but that's the same idea with Skulltown. Why people loved Skulltown was they dropped in Skulltown, thinking that they could get a gun before the other people and
kill
shit
them.
on somebody. You know?
Yes,
Okay. Well, either way, all I'm saying is I still love the map. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's my favorite. But I will say that I do believe that if I had one thing that I would change, I would just move the town takeover somewhere. So
I got
let's get into what we think is the best. Now, I do think Big Orange Dick is awesome.
hands down, best one.
I think it's got to be the best one.
Oh yeah.
It eliminated the one major issue people have with it was sound traveled too far in that area of the map, and it was literally so open that it was. I mean, the map's already open, but it was so open. Like, it was
on that side. It
insanely open.
sucked, especially when you had that circle that ended in the area where
Where the garden,
Yeah,
where
where
the
the
garden
garden
was
is.
and stuff.
And just having two dicks on a map is just funny. It's
like-
just
oh, yeah.
great.
Although
just double teaming the map.
still would have
It's
loved
just
to
double teaming the map.
Jeez.
It's giving the map the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
god.
wobbly H.
The wobbly H.
I love it.
Oh my god.
I also you don't realize how much bigger the orange dick is until you actually go inside. You're like, holy shit,
Dude,
this
that,
dick is
that
so much
orange
bigger.
dick.
Size matters, I guess. Now, Storm Point, there hasn't been any changes yet. There's only one version of Storm Point. But before we move on to the main topic of the show, where we're going to talk the GOAT, the greatest of all time, and the WOAT, the worst of all time, What is one thing you would change about Storm Point? One change you would make. I would honestly add more loot to Fish Farms. The loot on Fish Farms is little, and I like that POI. I just wish there was more on it.
I've never been there.
I kind of wish that you could either double jump or it gave you a bounce when you hit the grav cannons. It's the only thing that I really wish for.
Okay, my thing was going to be change of mobility as well. Either add some balloons or something, or the double jump, almost like the Octane bounce pad.
Yeah.
But in the grab cannons, I feel like they would have to rework Octane to allow that to happen.
Brian, close your ears for this. I think we make fun of
Don't.
blowing up maps.
Don't you?
This one's got to get blown up.
Don't you
This one's
fucking?
got to get blown.
No.
It's too big.
No, it doesn't. What the fuck is wrong with you?
We think that the sound is
It's
going
not
to
too
travel
big.
on a map that's 15% bigger. Like, it won't matter if sound's traveling when it's that big and
Bro,
there's no balloons. You
we
literally
still get-
can't make it that
we
that
still
far.
get third, fourth, and fifth party.
Yeah, you'd
What are
be
you
ninth.
talking
Well,
about?
if you're going to like the middle portion where that one like circular thing is,
So let's just avoid an entire third of the map in the middle.
that's already what you're doing with the Prowler area of Jurassic Park.
Bro,
No.
you
You're
can
already
fight,
doing
You
that.
can
Sometimes
go into
you go
Jurassic
there.
Park. and
Sometimes
can
you
run-
go there, but you go on the like you're avoiding certain parts of it.
That's true.
But if you blow up like at least 2 of the bigger mountains, at least just blow up 2 of those. Even though the sound will travel further, the map is so big and there's no balloons, dude. Like you literally cannot make it
Bro.
to a fight in time. You'll hear a fight. By the time you get there, it'll be about a minute later, which at that time they're either already gone or they're already completely healed up, full, ready to go, and they're probably gonna wreck your shit because they've already been there. They've been there for a while now.
Bro, I hope they blow up the map and more prowlers show up for your bitch ass.
Oh, then I'll avoid more of them.
Avoid more prowlers.
That's what I'll do. All right, boys. Well, we're going to head on down into the main topic of the show. We're going to talk GOAT and WOAT. What do you guys think is the best version of each map? Don't forget to talk to us in the Discord. If you need that link, don't forget to send us a DM on Instagram or Twitter, whatever. We're going to head into it right after this quick little ad. We'll see you guys on the other side. All right. A debate as old as time is what we're about to enter into right now.
Beauty and the Beast.
Michael Jordan or LeBron James? Tom Brady or Joe Montana? We get all of these different discussions, debates all day long. Who is the GOAT? People want to know who is the GOAT. They make it so, they make it such a huge debate that they even bring it into terms of players who are still playing at the time. Who's the GOAT? Kevin Durant or is it Steph Curry? It's just a crazy debate, but it's something that has to happen because as humans, we just want to know who's the best, and we want to let people know who we think is the best. So we're going to talk about it today. Who is the GOAT map in all of Apex Legends, and who is the WOAT, the worst of all time, a map that shouldn't have even ever graced the video game. So boys, let's get into the debate here.
Are we starting with the WOATs or the GOATs?
We can start with whatever you want.
I say we go with the GOATs because we already talked about which maps we really like, and I feel like it's pretty alluded to what we think is the GOAT map.
Yes. Okay, we can do that.
Should we just go on 3 everybody at once?
Do you want to do it like that?
It's up to you.
All right, let me look at mine real quick because I had 2 options and I really got to kind of figure these out real quick. This.
Just say the map itself and then the version.
Okay.
So, for example, if you think it's Kings Canyon, no Skull Town, you say Kings Canyon. You say it like that. Kings Canyon, no Skull.
Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go, boys. Ready?
Okay, go.
3, 2, 1.
Big
Big
World's
orange
Edge
dick.
OG.
World's Edge OG.
I said big orange dick.
You got 2-1 B. You're fucking out.
All right, well, that's
You're fucking
it's,
out.
It's a GOAT discussion.
It's-
We got to discuss
Hold
it
on.
out. We got to discuss
you
it.
think Olympus Big Orange Dick is the greatest
You
of
serious-
all time.
Bro,
Yes.
what the hell?
There's a lot of great POIs to drop
All
at.
time.
It's a
Me-
beautiful map. I just really now I will say that my my other one was not that one,
What
but I
was
do
your
love
other-
that.
What
map.
was your other one?
My other one was Kings Canyon version 2 with the Leviathans.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I loved Kings Canyon. I think Kings Canyon is the perfect balance of nostalgia, but that version of it was like what Brian was saying. The map wasn't ready for the player base, or the player base wouldn't be ready to go back. If they brought back that version of Kings Canyon, I think it would fit. I think it would be better.
I think it would be nice.
Would it be better than original? Yeah. Would it still be good enough? Hell no.
Maybe not the greatest, but I think it would be.
But that's what we're arguing. It's greatest.
I think it would be. This is a debate. This is not a. This is not like a. This is not like a.
A tell-all.
Yeah, no, it's not like there's no answer key with like A was the correct answer. This is just what you believe.
There is an answer key. It's written down on my paper right here.
No.
It is a great map.
Your
It is a great
opinions.
map. So you guys go through real quick. Talk about
Listen.
your goat. Talk about your goat.
The World's Edge, OG World's Edge, was the best map, in my opinion, and it will always be the best map. It looked great, had great POIs, lots of places to go, lots of places to have good fights at. Plus, Cap City was so fucking wonderful. Being able to land there and just get looted up and fight somebody immediately, and then you got to fight somebody else, then you fight your way out of fucking Capital City is so much fun.
Yeah, I will say let's add to the GOAT resume here for Original World's Edge. It was the first map that it felt like was complete on its day of launch,
Very
right?
true.
Yep.
So it never really needed a change. They made changes, but it never really needed one.
No.
That is a good little tally on your GOAT discussion. The bad tally is
Sound sucks.
the sound was so damn bad. It was
Honestly,
so damn bad.
I feel like that's the biggest bad thing there is about it is the sound. And compared to all the other issues that we've seen this game have, I feel like that's not that bad.
I think it wouldn't have been if it was like minor, but it was like pretty fucking major.
It was pretty bad.
Like it was like a tough time. And I think the other thing too that takes away from the GOAT discussion, and it's really not the map's fault, it's really more the game's fault, was like that was the season that they really ramped up the the skill-based matchmaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like that really
That was the
fucking
thing.
sucked.
That was
That
the thing.
sucked.
It was a 2-1.
Yeah,
That
and then
was
you
rough.
add the bad sound on top of it. Fuck, dude.
Mhm.
Fuck,
It
that
was so
sucks
bad.
so much. But yeah, I do think that was a great map. It's among the GOATs for me. I think if you had to put it on a Mount Rushmore of GOATs, I think that it's up there. It's definitely up
It's
there.
on there.
I think any good Apex player or a person who's played Apex since day one would have it on their Mount Rushmore of great Apex Legends
yeah.
maps.
Yeah, I feel that.
Well, how many faces are on Mount Rushmore? Is it 4?
It's 4. Yeah,
Four of
it's
them?
4. Yeah.
You guys
it's
want to
4
hit
faces.
like a Mount Rushmore of goats?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's run it. So,
Okay. We all have Original World's Edge.
Yeah, that's up there.
on the
That's up there.
yeah.
Original World's Edge, the latest World's Edge, Big
Yeah.
Orange Dick,
Yes.
Storm Point.
Storm Point. I say those 4.
Okay.
So
you don't
you're
wanna
saying
say any
you're-
Kings Canyons at all?
Wait. Yeah. No, I'm with that.
So, because I do feel like even though the new version of let's think of who's on Mount Rushmore, right? We have like the founding fathers and like some great people.
Yeah.
There was some good presidents who
but-
aren't on the Mount Rushmore.
That's true.
But we said the best. This is the
These are the
Mount
goats.
Rush-
These
This
are
is
the
the
goats.
goats.
These are the goats.
That's why I think it should go to the best play, like the ones that feel the best when you play it.
Yeah, you know.
And
what?
I think that the current version of World's Edge, it just plays better than any of the versions of Kings Canyon. And I think that the
I actually-
original World's Edge, we think it's original World's Edge. Like that's got to be on there.
I'm gonna say
Storm Point, I think Storm Point's better as well. I think it plays
Storm
better.
Point. I think the Storm Point
It's-
deserves to be on there.
And then
I honestly think it can only go up from here.
Yeah,
I think
which-
Storm Point can only go up.
which is my thing. Like, if we have those 3 on there, we're saying current World's Edge, original World's Edge, and Storm Point. What are we going to remove? Are we going to remove the Big Orange Dick Olympus?
I would
For it?
remove.
I don't think I can do that.
I would remove the latest version of World's Edge and put on the
OG Kings Canyon.
OG Kings Canyon.
I would not even come close to touching that at all. The reason being is I actually think the latest version of World's Edge is the second best map this game's ever put out, behind original World's Edge. Just the way the game, the feel of the game, the flow, everything that they've done to it is one of the best game experiences we've had in a long time. Not just on the casual format, but on the competitive level as well.
Maybe in a few years, when I look back on my Mount Rushmore, when I look back on my goats, I might be like, okay, I can see that. I think it might be too early for me to say that right now. So I
Honestly,
feel like
I-
my Mount Rushmore has to be Storm Point, Original World's Edge, Original Kings Canyon, and Big Orange Dick.
Same.
I want a big orange dick on my Mount Rushmore.
Exactly.
Bro, BOD's on there, but I just don't have Kings Canyon on there.
Yeah.
I don't. I want to. It's one of those I want to.
But
I
it's
can't.
you just can't.
I just
There's
can't.
nothing
Like,
wrong with that. There's
I feel
nothing
that.
wrong with
But
that.
I think Kings Canyon OG is just too
It's like-
good not to be on there. So I think I'm
Bro.
going to change mine. I'm going to have.
It's like, how do you listen? Did Teddy Roosevelt, was he a fucking awesome? Awesome? Yeah. He was like fucking badass dude. But is he on Rushmore? No.
He
But
just
that's
carried
what
a big stick.
Yeah, but that's what to me Kings Canyon is. It's like it's fucking awesome.
Honestly,
but
like,
it's not there.
If
I feel like Teddy would live on there. By the way,
yeah. if Night of the Museum was out before they built the Mount Rushmore, maybe maybe they were like, yeah, let's fucking put Teddy on.
It's just Robin Williams.
maybe. Robin Williams. That's honestly all I picture when I think of Teddy Roosevelt is Robin Williams from that movie.
It's fucking Robin Williams. It's not even real.
Let's start that internet take. Like they would have put Teddy Roosevelt on Mount Rushmore if they would have seen Night at the Museum featuring Ben Stiller.
Right?
All right, let's move on to the WOAT, the worst of all time. We'll do Mount Rushmore after we get our worst of all time out. You guys want to do the same three?
Same way.
Same way?
So
how do
map,
we do it again?
You say map and then version. So, for example, if it was World's Edge, OG.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1.
Kings
World's Edge
Canyon,
Town.
no skull.
Did you say no skull?
No skull.
I got outvoted. I said World's Edge, no split.
That was my second. That was my other. I had them both on
I
here.
was choosing both between those two.
So
It was really
here's
tough.
why, Brian. The only reason I chose this one above, and I literally decided right before we said it, because they're both so fucking bad.
Dude, they're so
They're
bad.
so bad. The only reason I didn't put the other one, you could still play.
Bro.
World's Edge at that time because there was other POIs on the outside that were at least okay. Because like we talked about, the Harvester wasn't terrible, and you had some of those other ones. Sorting Factory was a little annoying, but whatever. There's other places you could still go, and at least we still had our Pentagon building.
Mm-hmm.
No Skull Town, like we said before, was the smallest map, and you made it even smaller. But you made it smaller by taking away the one place that everybody loved. It really was just so fucking bad. And then the way that they changed the lighting, where it was like late afternoon, it was like almost dark.
It was like dusk.
Yeah.
Not dusk, but like it was just afternoon lighting. It was like 4 p.m. lighting.
It made me feel tired every time I was playing it. It was like when you get off work after daylight savings time, where it's already dark.
You know what it is?
Fuck.
It's like when you put your phone on nighttime mode and it goes to that yellow light instead of the blue light. Yeah.
Oh fuck. But let's talk about the WOAT. Let's add to our WOAT resumes here. You take away Skull Town. You take away the lighting, the original lighting.
You take away Thunderdome. You take away that cool building in the back.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. They took away 3 places.
Yes.
Pretty much 4, if you really want to get into it, because the only place that was left was Octane's Town Takeover. Not even the little town right next to Octane's Town Takeover. Mm-hmm. And then on the opposite side, you took away that town as well. You really took away all of it. And then at the northern part of the map, that one that had the long zip line across it, that was gone too.
Yep.
So it was like all of it was gone. All of it.
You know, the guy who pitched that idea must have got fired.
Yeah, dude.
Had to have.
Was it the same guy who just would not buff Watson for anything? And
Yeah.
They were finally like, all right, we got to get this guy out of here.
They're like, he's like, no, she's
Right.
too powerful. And then he's like, listen, you're a fucking idiot. We got to do something.
I will say on the Spotted Lakes version of Kings Canyon, at the top, that POI that they replaced it with, in Spotted Lakes, it's not a bad POI,
No.
but before Spotted Lakes, it's not a good POI because everybody's like, I got to go here, type of thing. So, but yeah, that is got to be the worst. Let's move on to Brian's. Let's
Bro, the split is so
the
bad.
Split is the resume.
Listen,
it's tough.
Listen, dude, my decision came down to, I like yours. It was a split decision.
Yeah.
Between No
so
Skull Town and the split. And what made my decision was I played No Skull Town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rage quit the fucking game for a period of time. I boycotted the game for a period of time because of the split.
Yep.
And it was just disgustingly awful.
It was bad.
It was
It
bad.
was so bad.
Dude, I hated that shit so much.
It was so
because
bad.
it just took away, like, they thought it was going to stop third parties. That was the intentions behind it, which it did not come close to doing. The lighting was off, the audio was off, everything was fucking off, and then we kept pretty much the exact same version of this map all the way through the damn shield meta, which left an even worse taste in my mouth.
Dude, yes.
Dude.
Like,
Oh,
That map.
it was
Shield mode was
Listen, dude,
dog shit.
we had to deal with Kings Canyon and its bullshit for a minute, but at least it had other like maps rotated in. This was the competitive version of the map.
Yeah.
This World's
That's
Edge
true.
was one of the competitive versions of the map. And dude, it fucking sucked. We didn't have to just play this map. We had to play this map and get fucking tortured by it
Yeah.
repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
Oh,
It was
Lord.
not
It was
good.
bad.
All right, so this is where things are going to get contentious here because we got to make our Mount Rushmore of WOATs.
Oh, we know,
And it's really looking like a lot of these are going to be some form of Kings Canyon.
bro. Let's be real. 2 of these we know for fact. We just said.
Yeah.
We know that No Skull Town and the Split are on there. There's no way around it. It is what it is.
I'm
right?
putting Spotted Lake on my fucking Mount Rushmore of
What the
WOATs.
fuck is
I'm
wrong
putting
with you?
Spotted Lake
That's
on
the
my
best
Mount-
version of
No,
dude. That's
no,
the best version
no,
of Kings Canyon.
No.
Leviathans is on there.
What?
Leviathans is on there,
How?
bro. All you did
I got
was
my Mount Rushmore.
all you did was
Already.
remove POIs and increase the loot just a little bit. But all you did was
Actually-
remove POIs.
Actually, it's not that crazy to think because I can't put Olympus on my WOAT.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's Spotted Lake. That's or not Spotted Lake. It's fucking Leviathans is on there, and I don't honestly, dude. Like,
No, I have to put Olympus.
No.
I have to put Olympus on there because I had
What?
Leviathan as one of my greatest maps.
what OG Olympus? 'Cause
I have
we,
to do
we
OG,
said BOD.
yeah.
It's not BOD. We know
It's
that.
not big. It's not big orange dick, Brian. No,
No.
No.
It's got to be OG Olympus is
it's
one.
got to be OG Olympus.
OG. Not. I'm talking like with the cargo
With the
ship,
cargo
with
ships.
cargo or not cargo ship, but with the cargo area. And
Yes.
All
So it's cargo ships. It's it's Kings Canyon, No Skull Town. It's Kings Canyon, Spotted Lake, and
Not
it's
Spotted
World's.
Lake.
Yes.
It's Kings Canyon,
Yes.
Leviathan.
No, it's Spotted Lake, Brian. It's Spotted
Kyle,
Lake.
what do you say? What's worse, Spotted Lake or Leviathans?
They're both bad.
Which one's worse? Which one's worse? Because we
Wait, Brian, you didn't put original Kings Canyon on there
no.
So
over Leviathan?
this is my
I'd rather
Mount,
have
this is
original.
my Mount Rushmore. Kings Canyon version 2 with Leviathans. King Canyon version 3 No Skull Town. Kings Canyon version 4 Spotted Lake, and the Split.
You have fucking 3 Kings Canyons on there.
Yes.
The WOATs.
Every single
The
one of those
Woats.
that is not with Skull Town are shitty.
Low
I
key,
can't put Spotted Lake. I actually really enjoy the Spotted Lake map. I can't put that on there.
Low key, I actually might put original Kings Canyon on there because the loot problem all on its own.
Not even the loop.
Don't
I
give a
won't
fuck.
put it on there.
I'm thinking.
I think it's
Nostalgia
for me.
too hard.
It is No Skull, Leviathans, and then it's the Split. So those 4 for sure. And then I actually think it has to go to original Worlds or not original Worlds,
Olympus.
original Olympus. I think that's where it's at. I think that sound travel, the everything that played into it, and the fact that we just never got to fucking play it
Yeah.
was the other reason. It's just like you got a map that has issues that you always saw issues, but you never got to play, and whenever you do, you had more issues.
Yeah. Wow. The WOATs. The fucking WOATs.
I don't know how you can put Olympus on there. We literally love that map.
I like the new version of it better.
All right. Well, what do you guys think is the GOAT and the WOAT of all of the Apex Legends maps? Don't forget to send us what you guys think on all of the social media platforms. We're going to head in to Grab My Bachelor, where we're going to talk worst case scenarios, the Girlfriend's Family Edition, or the Significant Other's Family Edition. We're going to hit a quick ad, and we will see you guys on the other side. Love. The universal language. For some, love comes easy,
Could she be the one?
but for others, love doesn't come easy.
Sometimes I don't think I'll ever find love.
Follow us as we take one man through his journey
I just want to find the one.
to find eternal and everlasting love.
I'm just tired of being in this bed alone.
There will be some highs
I like long walks on the beach.
and some lows.
Oh, I got a text. It's not from her, though.
But in the end, we hope to find love.
I just want a girl that completes me.
Welcome to Grab My Bachelor.
All right, we're here for another edition of Grab My Bachelor, and the taste of kitten and booty were out of my mouth out of my mind for a while, and then Kyle said them
Then
before the show started.
You want it back in.
No.
You're just bringing it back, baby.
Kyle said it before the show started.
Bro, you don't use those
No,
names.
no.
Jeez.
We're using them.
But today we're talking worst case scenarios because, Kyle, here's the thing. Throughout life, you're going to embarrass yourself multiple times.
just the way it
goes.
It's
on
just
the
the way
daily.
life is. But today we're talking not just embarrassing situations. Kyle, we're talking worst case scenarios, your significant other's family edition, meaning you do something around the fam that's not your fam. Because when you embarrass yourself in front of your fam, it's like it ends up becoming funny.
Yeah.
And this could as well if you play this right. So we're going to try to help you out through these worst case scenarios, Kyle.
All right.
So you want to start?
With what?
Well, I got one for you.
Okay, shoot it at me.
So, accidentally sending a sext to one of her family members or a family member group chat, their family member group chat. Now, this has happened a lot of times throughout history.
How do
Buying
you
a
react?
flight. Buying a flight.
No, you're not buying a
Buying
phone.
a flight
without-
to New York, changing my name, my identity, losing my phone number.
So
Now,
how
it
do you-
really depends on the sext.
How do you handle that situation without saying you can leave? You can't walk away. You actually have to sit through it and work through it. How do you handle that situation as of now?
Yeah, how would you do it?
What
right
does the
now?
Kyle brain do? You just sent a fucking dick pic to a family group chat of hers.
Oh, that's
Grandma's in the group chat.
It changes whether it's a pic or if it's just a
I just say my,
goofy message.
my balls are smaller in person.
All right, not the
Okay,
maybe.
okay, we can work with that.
I don't even know what you do at that point. I think you say
That's got to be one of the most embarrassing things
That's
you can
gotta be
do
one of
as
the
a
worst
human.
things.
I don't know what you do at that point because
But-
you're like then you got to talk to the grandma like I'm so sorry, but your daughter was asking for like this dick pic. I like sent it to you guys on accident. Like, you're like, how do you recover?
This is why I think iPhones, like the one shitty thing about iMessage and the worst thing about
red.
everybody having iPhones is like they send so fucking fast before you can even think.
Bro.
I remember back in the day of flip
You used to be able
phones,
to
you
delete
could
it.
stop a message.
Yes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could stop a message. iMessage makes it impossible and you can't get rid of them. Like you cannot
Dude,
stop the message from going.
What
through.
happens
There's
if you
no
send a
delete.
dick pic and somebody emphasizes the dick pic?
Dude.
That's even worse. But Kyle, I have one excuse that you can
Okay,
say.
shoot it at me.
So mine with that I would use. Now this is a spin zone. It's not going to work the best, but it will work a little bit. You just tell them that you have your doctor on speed dial, and you're just sending them a picture because they asked you to send something because you texted them and said, "Hey, something's going on with me right now, and I need some medical advice." You were meant to send it to your doctor.
What are you
send
gonna
it
do?
right there.
Say that you got a fucking STD? You're,
No, you can
you're
just say-
dating their daughter
Well, you can
or
just say
their
that.
their kid, something. You know.
Well, Brian, you have any other greater ideas
Well,
right
no,
now?
I think- I think
family is
Wyatt's-
the family. You could say the doctor is a family friend, and you have their number. You just send the message over and like, I'm so sorry, guys. Like something was going on. She ended up telling me that I just have a massive schlong and that I just have to deal with some of these things. And then the family's like, oh shit, he's packing mad heat.
Okay, hold on.
no,
time out.
they would know whether you are or not.
What if when you send the text, though, it says something kinky along with it? So, like,
Yeah,
there's
like,
no way
what if-
out.
what if there's
no
no-
like?
what if there's no
no
photo?
Like doctor.
Well,
Well, there's
this
no
massive-
photo and it's just a dirty text.
Well, let's start off with the picture here because Brian, I want to hear what you would do for the picture, and then we'll swap it over to the text right after this.
Okay.
you just honestly at that point you just fucking dig yourself a hole and crawl in it. You just own up. You honestly like, hey guys, my bad, wrong fucking group chat. That was supposed to go to the boys.
Now, tell me what you think about this one. Tell me, you send it. They all maybe they roast you. Maybe they get very upset. You send it a second time, but you use Snapchat to draw a face on it and make it kind of look like an elephant.
Bro,
Thoughts?
That
Better-
actually
better
might
thought.
work, might work.
better thought.
Brian's
You just
dumbfounded.
never see the dad again.
Okay, all right. Now, it dramatically
You don't come back
changed.
from that.
Yeah,
You just don't come back from that.
it
No.
it makes the Disneyland trip a little tougher.
It makes everything a little harder, okay?
Yes. Let's move on to the dirty text. Now, Kyle, there's a few different types of dirty text here that don't involve pictures. Now, the one thing that I've been a victim of is they put me on speakerphone, didn't tell me, and I said something.
Oh, I've done
That's
that
the
too.
worst.
That's not that bad. I
If
don't
you-
think that's
You can
that
come
bad.
you can come back from that.
Yes.
But because it's not in writing, like you can't have it held over you, all kinds of shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, PSA: if you answer the phone and you have someone on speakerphone, you damn well better tell
You gotta
them
tell
first
them
thing.
immediately.
First
You-
thing.
you have to say it.
That's like when we're
You have to say
like
it.
if we're streaming, we immediately tell the person that hops in, "Hey, dude, we're live."
Yeah, don't
Yeah, don't
talk
say
about your
anything
girlfriend.
fucking
Like, don't
stupid.
talk about the night you had. Like, don't do anything dumb like that. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So that has happened. Now, Kyle, in your case, it's almost worse because you use words like kitten,
Mm-hmm.
booty. I have a bad feeling that those words are going to be riddled all over your dirty sex message
Yes.
that you're going to be sending,
Oh, God.
which I think in your case makes it worse.
It makes it way worse.
It makes it way worse
Way
because
worse.
then if the family's funny, and it's going to be funny to them, if they're funny, then what they're going to do is they're going to
They're
essentially
never
use
gonna-
those words around you
Yes.
and roast you forever.
Yes.
If they're not funny,
Then they probably don't like kinky pet names, and that
yeah.
probably
what that
puts you
means
in a
is they
bad
probably
place.
don't want you talking dirty to their, well, for you, talking dirty to their daughter, calling her kitten, along with other things.
like booty.
Yes.
So now, how do we get out of this one, though? This is the tough one
This one's bad
because it's in writing.
See,
you gotta.
Now, if let's go back to this. If they're funny and they like to make jokes, if you play along with it, then you're good.
yeah,
You
you can make yourself out of it by making a joke. But if they're not funny and they're like, I fucking hate this guy now, I don't think you get out
yeah,
of
you
it.
can. I don't know if you can come back from that.
No.
Kyle, I don't care if she's perfect. You might just have to cut and run. There is no point. There's no reason if that family's not funny to stick around and have to deal with somebody not liking you because you're like, bring that booty over here, kitten, so I can slap. Like, I don't know what you would say, but like that,
Oh, God.
especially if the
It's
dad is
close.
like weird. Then it's gonna be tough forever. So you might as well just cut and run. You're only dating anyway, and why marry somebody who can't have fun with the sex like that?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of,
What if they gave you advice? what if the dad texted you in
Bro,
like a separate
what
message?
if
He's
you
like,
just-
"Hey, listen, I think what you had here was good, but I made a few proofreads and I,
bro, what if they just? I'm just picturing like the brothers family group chat, the brother just sending everything back like properly punctuated,
I was just
and
gonna say, like-
just like you need a comma here, semicolon here, period. She has 3 periods here, and then
that'd be funny. That'd be hella funny. All right, let's move on to the next situation. Getting caught having sex by the family, by their family,
Been there.
your girlfriend's
get
family.
caught doing the nasty.
Get caught doing the nasty with your girlfriend's family.
Not
It is a bad scenario, but it can be overcome.
You say
Phrasing.
you're sorry and you leave immediately.
That's how you do it?
nah,
Well-
bro. You fist bump the dad, and you go back to Pound Town.
I don't think it works that way.
Mr. H, I need some water over here, brother. I
Yeah,
do
I-
have a spin zone for this one that I think can help you out.
I actually
No
think
way.
there's worse things to happen. I think the text is worse than
The
that.
text is way worse.
Dex
But,
is
like,
way worse.
This is one of those ones like it depends on the point of life you're in. If you guys are two fully grown, like, and you better be fully grown adults, but like mature adults, well into life and whatever it is, I don't think the dad has one, any say, and two, it should have any issue. Like he's got to at some point understand that his daughter is, or his child is who they are and they're going to make their own choices.
I
And they have to
think-
respect that to some level. They might get mad, but it's nothing they can't get over.
I think what really matters here is where. If you are under the father's roof, I
That's-
feel like it's a little different. If
that-
you're on like a family vacation, you're at a lodge, maybe.
Listen, so that's different.
That's
There's
different.
a difference between getting caught having sex and getting caught having sex while being disrespectful.
Yeah, like
Now-
in the house.
Now that being said, what you were doing is disrespectful?
I was also going to bring up that point. So now it's one thing if you're in their house, you're under their roof, their rules. It's a little disrespectful to be going to Pound City,
But what if
all
you're
up in the house. But now we said the lodge thing. You're on a family vacation. They happen to just barge in. You're in the lodge doing it,
And you're going
now,
hard.
Now here's the thing: if they walk in and you're full doggy in the lodge, and then the father walks in, things might get thrown.
that not just that. There's worse things.
Yes,
If you're doing something, I feel like that's
I'm
like
only
the limit.
scraping.
If
No,
that's if
that's
it's
the
let me put it
surface.
this way: if it's potentially more
if it's
disrespectful than that, then I'm gonna leave it gently at that.
Yeah, just
If
leave
it's
it gently.
worse than that, you're throwing fucking hands, and the dad doesn't give a shit. He's throwing hands with you while you're butt ass naked.
And I don't even think he wants to. It's more of
No,
like
he
an
has to.
instinct. It's
He
like an
has to.
instinctual
Like
thing.
I have
He
to
has
defend
to.
my daughter. At
Yeah,
this point?
exactly.
There is
Not
some-
just that, but like, how dare you?
There's some compromising. He might have done it probably 30 minutes before you, the exact thing you're doing, but it's his daughter. So it's like,
Listen, dude.
So things can get a little
What I've learned,
hairy there.
what you don't do with the dad is you don't disrespect the daughter or the mother. He can talk all the shit he wants.
Yeah.
You can't say shit, and you don't agree with him.
So-
but you also don't disagree with the dude.
So let's set some ground rules here. When you're on a family vacation with their family,
Lock the door.
Well, but let's keep the extracurriculars to a minimum.
Yes.
just for at least for the vacation till you get back to your own house. Then you can start.
Not saying they can't partake.
Yeah.
Just partake in privacy and partake in modesty.
Be modest. Don't
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
not. Don't try to do the upside down Komodo dragon on the family vacation to the Poconos.
Hey, listen.
Relax a
I
little
think
bit.
that'd be kind
Don't-
of sick. But I mean,
if you're gonna-
that's just me.
if you're going to do
what Brian
something,
said-
get a second Uber.
Yeah, like Brian said, make sure the door is locked. Okay, that's
For
number one.
sure.
In my mind though, when I'm on
Sock
vacation,
does not mean it's locked.
yes, when I'm on vacation with the other family, I'm basically, my game plan is average.
See?
That's my game plan is it's average.
See,
when I'm at home, I'll open up the playbook a little bit.
Oh,
See,
okay.
see,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? The other thing is about this one, if they catch you in a very compromising and possibly derogatory position, you're just gonna have to fight. Just let it
Yeah.
happen.
And,
And maybe throw one or two. It's kind of like
You-
in hockey. A lot of times when a guy does a dirty hit, you can see that he knows he did something wrong. So when the other guy's teammate comes up to fight him, he won't throw any punches. He won't let himself get beat the fuck up. He'll cover, but he's not going to throw any punches.
Now that's if you're being like disgraceful.
Yeah.
If you're not, like, then obviously judge the situation.
Yeah, you got to judge it.
But if you're not, like,
maybe
you
throw a few.
actually might be able to.
Yeah, toss him
depending
back.
depending on the dad, you might be able to walk out of there. He might hand you a beer and say, "Welcome to the fucking family."
Maybe. You
Yeah.
never know.
But you might also get a shotgun wedding 6 months later. You never know.
Yeah, it's yeah.
All right, so I think we nailed that one down. My last thing about getting caught, if they grill you about it, just say, "I just love your daughter so much that I had to do what I did." type of
Listen,
I had to get the business done.
I had to do the upside down Komodo dragon. I just love her.
Kitten
I
just
love-
loves it so.
do you think? do you think? Fucking.
What kitten wants, kitten gets. If she's asking for the upside down Komodo, I'm gonna do the upside down Komodo, Mr. H. That's just what's gonna happen. Okay.
Oh my god.
Let's move on to the next one. Saying accidentally, because this happens. I think listeners at home might not think when you're dating somebody for this long, this happens. calling the mom hot or alluding to the mother being attractive or the sister it
just
happens.
sibling.
You don't mean to do it. You don't mean to. It just happens
just to, like,
sometimes.
Sometimes they got a hot mom.
So, and that's my spin zone. My spin zone is an indirect compliment to the girlfriend. You say, babe, listen, I'm sorry I said your mom was hot, but indirectly, that's why I find you so hot.
No,
Spin
no.
zone.
Genetics,
That's
baby.
such a shitty spin zone.
Well, it's a spin zone.
Oh,
I feel like it's a lot harder to get out of that if it's the sister rather than the mom.
Let's set some ground rules on spin zones here. You're only doing a spin zone because your back's against the wall.
dude.
That's the only thing. That's the only option you have. What do you got,
What-
Brian?
Like you, okay. No. Okay, let's be real. Let's be real. Most likely, if you're dating the daughter, the mom is the closest resemblance of what they're going to look like when they're older. That's a thing. That's a real thing. That is not like, it's like, oh,
There's
like
other
saying-
variables at play, but yeah.
Yeah, like saying like, oh, your mom's hot. You know, like you're not going to say your mom's hot, but you might be like, her mom might be getting ready for dinner or whatever it is, like a family dinner. Oh, you look really nice tonight. Like that
Damn,
type
Mrs.
deal.
H, you
It's
looking
just-
fine.
You just got to change the way you say it from being like, I'm hitting on your fucking mom to I'm giving your mom a compliment.
Yeah.
There's a technique to that. Play your words.
There's-
Play your words well.
Okay, Mrs. H, what you doing
but
later?
no. But literally,
Oh,
I
Mrs.
really,
H, I think you dropped your pencil.
I really do not think that there's a good way to like ever compliment the mom. I really don't.
You don't
I
think so?
don't know because you could just be like, I really like your dress, Mrs. H, and I still think your girl could look at you and be like, what the fuck was that?
No. You could
No,
say,
you-
like,
you
hey,
can
Miss
call-
H, I think you're really...
I feel like the only thing that can happen is the mom has to ask you, like, do you think this looks nice? And I think the only answer you can say is yeah.
No.
I really
really
think that it's weird to say anything else.
I think
No,
if they're
you-
getting dressed up for an event or something, you say, Mrs.
listen,
H, I
dude,
think you look really pretty tonight.
if
I
I
think
think you
that's
say
it.
yeah. That's
If
it.
you,
yeah, you
don't,
look good.
let me put it this way: if she asks you how do I look, and you don't answer saying something like you look great, like I hope you have a great time tonight, all that kind of stuff, you're putting yourself in the hole.
You look like you're a
I think
dickhead.
You have
maybe like
listen.
her-
It's the tone, it's the mannerisms you have more than anything. You're not hitting on her. You can talk to somebody and compliment. I'd be more worried about the siblings, the siblings than I would be about the mom. 'Cause
I would.
the
I don't
mom,
know.
the mom. At least you have an age disparity and things like that, and that's not an issue. Like you're just complimenting what could be your future mother-in-law.
Yeah.
The siblings would be a different case where it's like, do you find my sister attractive? And you're like,
No, of course not.
no. Well, not even that. Like, it's just like, no, I don't. Like, it's not a big deal. There's like features about them that might be nice because you guys share similar features, but you're definitely the pretty one.
Oh, dude,
Like that's just rough. The
still think the
sister
mom
would be
one's
rough.
tough.
That's why you just
feel like
I just
the mom
avoid
one's
that
not
one
that
altogether.
bad.
I
think
don't
the
even want
mom
a part of
one's
that.
Tough.
The mom one, you just
The
tell you.
sister one's very hard.
Okay, first of all, the sister one's super fucking hard.
Just don't like
Jeez, Kyle,
literally
say how you
just
really
don't
feel.
literally just pass out. Like pretend like you're having like a stroke or something. If
Yeah,
they like,
honestly,
hey, do I look good?
you
Just be
don't-
like, I gotta sit down, and then you just sit. And
Like,
just fucking pass out.
no. I got a perfect way to get out of this, kid.
I wouldn't be opposed to saying
How
it's a
do-
trap.
She goes. How do I look? I go, I gotta take a shit.
Bro,
running away.
just think emergency shit. That's what it is.
Brian, if you say that's a trap, I feel like that you're playing into it badly now because you're saying it's a trap if I say good or bad, and then your girl's like, why? Why you think it's a trap? Because you think she looks good?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
That's
No.
dangerous.
There you
You're
go,
playing a
dangerous.
dangerous game.
Listen, you go. What you do is you're like, where's fucking Karen? She's trying to fucking trap my ass. What is this?
No,
What's she
dude.
trying to get me to say? Because if I say yes, you just start talking and literally just flip that shit. Just flip that shit.
That's scary, but
No, dude.
I'm going with Kyle's. I'm gonna
There-
shit.
There's
I'm
no
shit.
listen. There's no good answer to
Kidding.
it. They're all bad answers. But if you're gonna answer one, I'd much rather have to like tell the mom like, "Oh, you look really nice today," like that kind of deal.
All right.
Because you could do that as like the innocent child. Type
I would
deal.
use the word. I would say like.
You gotta
do
say pretty or
Do you think
beautiful
this
or
looks
something.
good? Beautiful stuff.
Beautiful
Do you
stuff,
think
but
this looks
pretty.
good?
Pretty.
Literally, just be like, yeah. That's
I mean,
it.
that's
That's all I
simple,
would
but-
say.
No, you-
I would literally. That's all I would
You
say.
don't make it intentional. You could say, "Yeah." You can go, "Yeah, you look really nice." Yeah, you know, throw it in, make it casual is the thing, and passing, and then you immediately divert back off of the subject to whatever you were
Yeah,
doing
I would
before.
literally pretend like I got a phone call or something like that, or be like, "Oh, did you call me?" And then like maybe like your significant other's in the other room, and you act like you thought that they called you.
Now
walk over there.
Now, if you're sitting there and they walk in, Mrs. H, did you get a haircut?
Oh, dude.
You're
Don't.
fucked.
No.
You're
Unless she says, my mom got a haircut. She's not feeling good about it. Try to say something. Then you got the green
Then
light.
you
Then
gotta say
you
it.
better fucking
Yeah.
say it. Not go over the top.
Other than that-
still, but say it.
Now, here's another scenario. You look like or you accidentally check out either her mom, or you check them out on purpose, her mom or her sister.
I
Get caught.
The sister is so much worse. The
Oh, yeah.
mom thing is like the mom thing. You could argue and be like, "I thought she needed help," or like,
Yeah,
I was
whatever it
looking
is.
at-
Oh, yeah, I was looking at her ass because she needed
Well,
help.
yeah.
or
I'm
what?
assuming she's bending over to pick something up, so you could be like, "I thought she might have needed help, so I could walk over." And I don't really think that. I don't think there's a lot of situations where they'd honestly think that you were like looking, unless the mom was like dressed up
and-
or something. But like the sister one,
That's rough.
that is, if you
You
get
did-
caught
let me-
staring at
Let
the
me-
sister,
Let me just give advice real fast. Just don't.
Just don't do
literally
Just
that.
don't. Like, dude, save yourself the hassle of that. Just don't.
Don't do that.
And like, this is coming from someone I have not, but one of my cousins
oh, no.
has not who you're thinking. One of my cousins has, I want to say, a child with one sister, and I think he might have married the other one.
a king.
That guy.
And I don't know. Either married or
That
dead. I don't
was-
know.
He's a king.
I'm not
He's
sure.
a king on this
but
show.
it is like, dude, that story. I'm just like, oh man,
that's one of those ones where
that's
it's
an
like,
awkward
man, you think my
Thanksgiving.
sister's hot, don't you? No, of course not.
Really? Really?
Honestly,
Because she got a kid with her.
best case scenario in the sister situation, if you can get to your deathbed and still not know what they look like, you did a great job. Like that's really the only, like if they have a sister and they're somewhat close in age, I would say probably like 4 years is the max, something like that. If they have a sister and it's like that, you literally just don't look. Don't ever look. It doesn't matter if they're ugly or attractive to you.
You pretend they don't exist.
look.
Best way to think about it, they have a sister, just treat it as though it's your sister.
And if you're
Treat it as though it's your. If it's a brother, if you're a chick, or if you're, swinging for the other team, not an issue there.
yeah.
Yeah.
No issues there. But like, if you're doing that, treat it as your own sibling. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's
like-
what you're supposed to do anyway.
Yeah.
Is you accept them into your family, and that's what it is.
And honestly, like for the 8% of females that listen to this show, it's actually
8%.
Is
Is
it
it 8% now?
No, it's 13. Sorry. It's
Oh
13.
shit!
Wait,
we went
we went
up.
up?
Yeah,
we
it's
went up. We're
13%.
double digits.
No, I was thinking of another podcast. They said it was 8%. We've always been hovering around like 13%
Really?
female.
Okay, I
So for
didn't
the
know
females
that.
out there, if they have a brother, as men here, I don't have a brother, but if you stared at my brother or if I caught you, I would be in shambles. For the significant other, like if they catch you,
That's lifelong competition.
dude, it doesn't even matter if you were actually looking or not. That's why I'm saying if you
Like,
can get
don't.
to your deathbed and you don't know what they look like still, you won.
You
Good-
won.
You won
It's a
the
big
fucking
W.
game. It's
But
a
like-
huge W.
Like no, let's be real. Like you just avoid it.
Avoid.
They're your own
avoid.
sibling.
Okay,
They're
hold
your
on.
own sibling. That's what that is.
I want to say this. This probably would never happen, but in like the weird universe that it would. What if their sister or brother hits on you? What do you do?
They're your sibling, and you shut that fucking shit down.
I think if you let's.
Do you tell
if
your
you're
significant other and
if
be
you're
like,
married, you 100% tell them.
Yeah, you share everything.
If you're
married.
dating, maybe weigh your options. See which one's better. Maybe pull a Brian's cousin, and we'll see what happens here.
see where it goes?
It worked out for him. He's a
I mean,
king on this
he's
show.
married and he's got a fucking kid with the other one.
the fine worked out.
Brian.
He's in the family forever.
He could never leave. Yeah, so
I-
I'd say weigh your options a little bit. You know, sometimes you have to find your who's before Prince Charming? Who's Fucking.
Oh,
You gotta find your. You gotta kiss your frog before you find your prince. I don't know.
yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, kiss
Either
frog.
way.
What's Beauty and the Beast? Gustav.
You
Gustav.
gotta,
Gaston.
you gotta find
Gaston.
your Gaston before you can find your fucking
beast.
huge beast covered in hair and bullshit like that.
Yeah,
or
the
however
hot,
the
it turns
phrase
into a
goes.
hot dude.
All right, last one. I've done this one. Clogging the family toilet. It was so bad that I used their first plunger. I broke it. I grabbed a novelty plunger that was shaped like a shotgun. I broke that one.
God!
I had to come out of the bathroom and tell them that it was starting to overflow and that I was going to run down to the store. Where was the closest store? It was 1.5 miles away, which with like 4 lights is a long time. I had to run down there, buy the plunger, run back. And by the way, buying a plunger by itself and then like it's just not, you don't realize how bad that is until you actually do it. Like I was just carrying a plunger and then I realized it. I paid 10 cents. I paid the extra 10 cents to get a bag so I could cover it up. Like that's how bad it was. I drove back and the grandma, I told my fiance, do not let her near that room. Her grandma cleaned the whole thing. You want to know how bad I felt? Now, the grandma was like, it's not a big deal, blah, 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 blah. It really doesn't matter how she feels about it. It's like, you shit a storm up in their toilet, broke 2 of their plungers, it overflowed, and the grandma cleaned it up. I felt like fucking killing myself,
Bro,
dude.
I would have hung myself later that night.
It was so
Holy
tough.
fuck.
So that one, I have advice for you, and it's just literally flush after every single droplet. Every single one, just flush. Like, and I'm a chronic overwiper. Like, just every single one, just flush. Don't even give yourself the opportunity. You're playing prevent defense on that toilet. You're gonna flush at least 7 times before you're out that bitch. Like, that's the only advice I have for you. It was the most traumatic thing, and it happened like 2 months ago. It was,
Bro, that was recent?
That was
Oh,
hella.
fuck.
I texted you guys.
Oh, no, I remember.
Yes, I texted you guys. I told you.
I didn't know that was this story.
Yes,
Yes.
it was
Bro,
that
you
bad.
broke-
I
you broke
left
2
out a lot of the details when I texted you
Bro,
guys.
you broke 2 fucking
I
plungers.
broke 2 of them. The first one literally disintegrated. Like, it literally fucking fell apart, dude.
What did you have? Acid shits?
No,
Like,
dude.
What the hell?
I started a new job and I had like a lot of authentic Mexican food, which I loved it,
no.
and it's good.
you were
but
not ready for that.
I was not ready for that, and I started drinking pomegranate juice to like help me regulate myself. No. That was before I drank the pomegranate juice.
Oh, okay.
Now I do that, and it helps regulate my system a lot better. So,
yeah.
fuck yeah. But like, anyway,
Yeah,
it was a terrible time.
That's
So,
bad.
advice to you for clogging the family toilet. If they're cool, they'll make jokes about it, similar to the text thing. If they're not, they might feel
You might have to buy a new
shitty.
toilet.
Yeah, you might have to grin and bear that one. Honestly, a good option too. Most bathrooms have a window in it. I would take the screen off, go out the back of the window, and just try to get a new plunger or something like
Honestly,
that before they come back.
Best thing you can do is you're still in the toilet, okay? You go on your phone, you go to kayak, you catch a flight.
Yeah,
Okay?
get the fuck
Just
out.
get the fuck it.
You
No.
buy
I
a
don't care if it's Spirit Airlines. You're hopping on.
you buy a flight, you just get on it, you leave, you're all gone.
It was so
Is
bad.
there a
dude.
window to climb out of?
It
Yep.
was so bad. All right, well, boys, that should just about do it for the Grab My Bachelor segment of the show. We're going to finish it off with our power rankings. Let's get into it. All right, here we go, power rankings, and then we will send you guys on your way throughout the rest of the week. Don't forget to listen to Grab My Bet Slip as well if you guys want to hear some hijinks and us yelling at each other about stupid bullshit. Here we go. My first power ranking here, how fun it would be to ride a roller coaster with the legends at the bottom of the list. It's going to be Octane. He's number 5. I just think Octane's done enough stunts to where roller coasters really don't resonate with him whatsoever. It's not on his radar. I think he'd be very bored. I think he would also be the type of guy who to be like, that wasn't even cool to get off the roller coaster. You know how when you do a roller coaster that has like you go in like 5 loops and the guy's like, that wasn't even crazy.
Yeah.
Like that fucking hardo loser.
Fuck that
That's what Octane would be. And so I definitely wouldn't want to ride a roller coaster with Octane. Number 4, Watson. Just boring. It wouldn't be as bad as Octane because she just wouldn't say anything, which I guess you can get around. But it also just isn't very fun when the person you're with isn't really having a great time
It just
with
makes
you.
it kind of boring. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You always want to have the person sitting next to you be like your roller coaster buddy, you know? So you want to have that. Number 3, kind of flatlining here, is Gibraltar. I would have a lot of fun with Gibraltar as far as riding the roller coaster, but he's so fucking fat that I'd be crushed against the side door, and I'd be halfway afraid that I might fall out the side.
I'm scared too.
Yeah, and I do think that he's big enough to where they might say you can't sit in the same car as him, that would just ruin it.
Yeah,
That would just
Wouldn't
automatically ruin
be
it.
as fun.
We're going to go to the Swiss Army knife number 2, Fuse. I think Fuse would be fun to do just about anything with, including ride a roller coaster. I think he'd just be a great time. And number 1, Lifeline. She's just vibrant, bubbly, has a great time. Hands in the air. She's going to be screaming. She'll be like, let's go again. Going to buy you some fast passes. Going to have a great time. That's my power ranking for the week on how much fun it would be to ride a roller coaster with the legends.
That is a good one.
Okay. I like it.
Okay. I'm going to do my power rankings there on the best hairdos in Apex Legends.
Let's get it.
Okay. Number 5, I've got Lifeline because that hairdo is one of a kind and it's dope.
Love it.
Number 4, we got Loba because I actually really love Loba's hairdos and all of her different ones.
Yeah,
that
she's got some great hair.
She's got some.
I'd love to see a skin where the hair's not done up.
Yeah,
because she's always got it tied up.
She's always got a tie. I wish you just let it down.
Let your hair flow, baby.
Let your hair flow. Number 3, I'm gonna go with Mirage because he's got a dope ass hairdo. And number 2, I actually think Crypto has some of the sickest hairdos in the whole entire thing of Legends. Number 1, our jack of all trades, the Swiss Army knife himself, Fusey. He's got the dopest hairdo. Picks up all the ladies. All the other dudes, they got no chance. Fusey's got the best hairdo.
There we go. Brian.
All right. So I did my list of the top 5 people that would be able to have the most entertaining fight with Conor McGregor.
Okay, that's a good one. I like this.
So bottom of the list, I got Caustic. I think that would be a dirty fight on Caustic's side of him getting his ass kicked, but finding a way to cheat his way through the fight.
Okay.
To go the distance.
There we go.
Right. I think I just would be yelling at the screen the entire time wanting to, yeah. And then number 4, Gibby. Dude, that knockout power from Gibby against Conor, he's trying to tank everything Conor throws, and Conor's got knockout power.
Yeah.
There's never been a question.
No.
But I want to see Gibby just catch him one time. If he catches him one time, that's it. It can come any day.
Night.
Next, Mirage.
Night.
I think Mirage would be one of the most entertaining, most showboaty fighters we ever see.
It'd be like both of them together.
Exactly.
It would be a clone without being a clone.
Oh, dude. And then you throw the clones in on top of it in the showboating. Like, Mirage is going to do that shit. Even if he stops it to continue the fight after, like, just to fuck around, he'll do it. It'd be awesome. Next would be Octane. Just a fast-paced, hard-hitting, solid all-around fight. This would be the fight of the year if it wasn't for the next person I have, which is the Swiss Army knife, Fuse. There would be no other fight than that. That is the fight, probably the greatest fight you would ever see of all time. Blows going after blows, action nonstop. It would be awesome to see.
Yeah.
No one would care.
There we go. Well, that should just about do it for episode 62. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. If you want to catch more Grab My Banner content, you can always follow us on all social medias as well as listen to Grab My Bet Slip. We know sometimes the gambling thing can get a little tough for people to understand, but we don't just talk about that. We also mess around, have fun with each other, so it's still the same Grab My Banner feel. We are going to see you guys next week for episode 63, where we are going to do the gun episode. Similar to the map episode, go through all of the guns and where they're at right now. But thank you guys for tuning in once again. We'll catch you guys next week.
See you.